Good afternoon. Welcome back to the McCormick Place here in Chicago for GBTA's annual conference. I'm Todd Webster, delighted to be here, and we have a very special guest, Delphine Millot from Grayling. She is the Vice President and Head of International Public Affairs at Grayling, which is a very important and influential public affairs firm in Europe. So thank you for being with us, coming all the way here to Chicago. The Grayling team not only supports but really runs GBTA's advocacy efforts in Europe and has for the last 5 years. Delphine, what do you see on the horizon for business travel in Europe in the coming years?
Thank you, Todd, for the introduction and for this very topical question. It's a pleasure to be back at convention here and to share some insights about what we're doing for GBTA in Europe. The reason I'm saying the question is very topical is because we just elected a new European Parliament back in May, and we're in the process of appointing a new leadership for the European Commission, and all of these people are going to decide the fate of European policies over the next 5 years. So in terms of the European Parliament, we saw a new wave of green politicians. Okay. So for sure, we can await more environmental protection policies. And when it comes to the European Commission, so we already appointed the leader, so the president of the European Commission. Her name is Ursula von der Leyen. She's from Germany, actually from Merkel's government. So this is a clear signal that Germany will continue to lead very much the member states' policies. In terms of other countries, so there will be horse tradings between now and November to decide which country gets which portfolio. But one thing is sure is that travel and transport will remain very topical issues, and aviation in particular will top the agenda of the next European Commission.
Fascinating. On aviation, it seems like there's been a variety of new tax proposals on the horizon, creating some controversy in Europe. Can you talk about the future of taxation of travel?
Yes, sure. So the European Union always wanted to be at the forefront of climate change protection and like the fight against climate change. And one way to look at it is indeed to tax airlines. The thing is that we don't see this really as the right approach, because if we look at the efforts that airlines have been doing over the past years, there is a lot that is being done to offset emissions and also to play their part and be part of the solution. So we believe that putting a tax would be sending a wrong signal. Also, there are measures like the European Emission Trading Scheme and also CORSIA at United Nations level, implemented by ICAO, that are ways now that are being trialed to actually reduce emissions from aviation. So a lot of stakeholders, including GBTA in Brussels, are saying let's first make those measures a success and not really put some unfair taxation in Europe.
Excellent. All right. In the last 40 seconds, Delphine, we can't ask about Europe without asking about Brexit. Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister of London, saying that October 31, England is leaving the European Union. What does that mean for business travelers?
So this is not good news for business travel, because we are in a phase of great uncertainty. Now with Boris Johnson, he said that deal or no deal, the UK will be leaving the European Union at the end of October, but we still don't know what it means for border controls, for like British Airlines being able to fly intra-EU flights. So there's still a lot of uncertainty, and maybe in the short term, this could mean that the UK will be a less attractive destination for business travel.
Fascinating. Delphine, thank you very much for being with us. And with that, I'm Todd Webster signing out from the GBTA broadcast studio in McCormick Place in Chicago.